Simply use your lash curler at the crease in the outer corner and add a beautiful shimmer to your lid to get the most stunning cut crease. Hi everyone, it's Smitha. Welcome back. Without further delay, let me show you how to create this stunning crystal cut crease by just using your lash curler. So if you're ready, let's begin. Here's what you'll need to create this cut crease: a lash curler, a neutral eyeshadow palette, a shimmer, some mascara and lashes. Can we start with the brows? I'm going to be using the Haus Labs Precision Edge Brow Pencil in the shade Black to fill in just the sparse areas in my brows. Starting with the top portion of my brows, and after I've filled that in, I like to brush my brow hair upwards and fill in just the sparse areas in the bottom portion of my brows. I like to keep my brows looking as close to natural as possible, but if you like it more defined, you can also use a brow pomade. Using the Kosas transparent brow gel, I'm going to brush my brow hair to keep it in place so they are set and they don't move throughout the day. And then using the Milani concealer in the shade 140, I'm going to clean up underneath the brows. So I'm going to go all the way from under the brows to my lash line so they maintain one clean skin tone. And then using the Derma Blend setting powder, I'm going to set just above my crease to make the blending easy. Now I'm going to be using shimmer eyeshadows on my lid, so I'm not going to be using the loose powder on my lid. For today's eye makeup, I'm going to be using my Sally Hansen curler. I love how smooth the curve is. It makes it very easy to create those cut creases. And the way I'm going to place this is by gently pressing one of the corners to the inner corner of my eye. And when I do that, you can see that it creates a new crease in my socket area, and that makes my lid space appear so much bigger. For my neutrals today, I'm going to be using the Reload palette by LH Cosmetics. First, dipping into a deep brown shade called Offline with a small angled brush. I'm going to gently place the lash curler and create that crease by marking right above the curve of the lash curler so that becomes your stencil. And you can see how easy that was. And as you can see, that line that is going right across my lid is my natural crease line, and we've created a new one above it, making my lid space appear so much bigger. Next, I'm going to use the side of the lash curler as an extension of my lower lash line. All you have to do is place it in the outer corner like you're extending your lower lash line. And then I'm going to use more of that eyeshadow to pull out a wing in the outer corner, again using the lash curler as a stencil. You can layer as much as you want, and there we have a defined outer corner in no time. Now it's time to diffuse out those harsh lines. So I'm going to be using a lighter shade of brown called Flow. With a smaller blending brush by ColourPop, I'm going to place it right on top of the deeper shade of brown that we used to cut the crease. And I'm going to keep on blending till it looks diffused. Now I'm using neutrals here, but you're welcome to use any eyeshadow color that you prefer. Try to use matte eyeshadows at your crease and outer corner, and you can of course apply either a matte or a shimmer on your lid. I often try to match up these eyeshadows with the outfit that I wear. From the outfit, I choose a deeper shade to cut the crease and in the outer corner, and then I use a lighter shade from my outfit to diffuse it out. I'm I'm going to be using that lighter shade of brown also in the outer corner to diffuse out that sharp edge, and that's going to give you that soft wing in the outer corner. If you have hooded eyes like me, this is extremely forgiving. I prefer to do a softer wing than a regular wing because it doesn't interfere with the fold of the hood and look distorted. I'm going to be using offline with that small angled brush by stamping it closer to my lashes in my lower lash line. And then using the shade Flow, I'm going to diffuse it out so it looks softer with a small definer brush. Now comes my most favorite part, using shimmer. And I'm going to be using one of my favorite palettes for shimmer. This is called Shimmer Saga, again by LH Cosmetics. I'm going to start with the shade Success in my inner corner. But before that, I'm going to make my lid tacky with a primer. This is the Urban Decay primer portion. You don't have to do this, but when your lid is tacky, the shimmer eyeshadows just adhere better to your lid. By the way, if you don't have a primer, you can also use concealer and apply the shimmer while it's tacky. That way it sticks better on your lid and the fallout is negligible. And this one's my most favorite eyeshadow from this palette. It's called Crush. I'm going to use it right in the center of the lid. It's a duochrome. It's got green and gold and it looks absolutely stunning. And you can see how mesmerizing that shimmer is. It just elevated my whole cut crease to the next level. Going back to the Reload palette, and I'm going to be using the shade called Reset to highlight my brow bones. Now you can also use a highlighter if you prefer. That's it, my friends, and now it's time to finish up. So I'm going to be using my same Sally Hansen curler now to curl my lashes before I apply some mascara. The one that I'll be using is the Beyond mascara from City Beauty. I'm going to be using it both in my top as well as bottom lashes. And for eyelashes, I'm going to be using Chick Flick by Tati Lashes. This is an optional step. If you prefer, you can just top it mascara, or if you like lashes, you can go with lashes. And here is the finished look. Cut crease has never been easier. If you're like me and if you've cut your crease during the 2015s, 2016s, we used to use concealer to cut the crease and make sure the lines were neat. And it was a complicated way to cut the crease. With this hack, you don't have to worry about any of that because you're using the lash curler as your stencil and it gives you those clean lines and your cut crease gets done in 10 minutes or less. And if you have uneven eyes like me, this will take care of it because it cuts the crease equally on both eyes. Now let's finish up the rest of the face. I'm going to be using the Cuffs and Lashes Sculpted, Contoured and Chiseled palette, using this shade to warm up my cheekbones. The brush that I'm using is an angled contour brush. This is from Real Techniques. And then from the House Labs Head Rush palette, I'm going to be using the blush on the highest points of my cheekbones. That way I get that lifted effect. And then on my lips, I'm going to be using a beautiful matte lipstick by Juvia's Place. This is called A Mauve Moment. Here's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I'd love to hear your feedback on this look. So comment below and let me know. And if you'd like information on any of the products that I used, you can click on the View Products link in this video. If you'd like to follow me on social media, those links are listed down below in the description box. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I post several times a week. I love you guys so much and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye guys.